Welcome to another edition of Heart to Heart Chat with Dr. Sanjay Marale on behalf of Zena World and Zena family. Dr. Sanjay Marale is the founder and president for the Society for Environment and Sustainable Development, a society of scholars, academicians, experts, and resource persons to create a better environment and sustainable world. We hope, in this course of a discussion that we have with Dr. Marale, Dr. Marale will be able to throw light on the environment in North India and the environment in Maharashtra and the environment all over India. Marale is involved in a project which is difficult, but it has to be accepted by the world as there's a lot of global warming, a lot of climate change, and there's climate havoc being caused in various parts of the world, including our country also. So may I please request Dr. Sanjay Mohan Marale to come forward and explain and tell us more about his environmental projects and what he intends doing for India, for North, South, and East and West. Please welcome Dr. Marale.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Ali Shahanshah, sir. And especially the special thanks to Raja Anand, sir. They have given this opportunity to me to express this and my opinion about environmental issue. Basically, I am very much interested to work for the global agenda that is called as Sustainable Development Goals Agenda, which is set by the United Nations and adopted by 193 member states of the United Nations. So right now I'm working and focusing on this agenda. And my aspiration, my wish is that all the people of the world should be happy, peaceful, and they should get prosperity by 2030. We should be able to achieve the sustainable development goals by eradicating poverty, by fulfilling the basic requirements of the people and reducing environmental pollution and all these kind of problems. So majority of the problems should be solved by 2030. So this is my aspiration, and I'm strong that if we will follow the Sustainable Development Goals agenda, which is set by United Nations, and we will strictly go by the targets which are set in this agenda. By 2030 itself, India will become one of the developed country. This is my assumption. Uh, so I'm working for that for a very long time, and we started one organization, Society for Environment and Sustainable Development, and this is becoming one of the largest growing platform for the aspirants who are looking for the networking opportunity for the environment. They wanted to do some work for environment. So we have developed this platform. Those who are interested to work for environment or sustainability issues, they will come on this platform and they will share their knowledge, they will share their experiences, they will share their resources, and we can, in one day, we will be able to solve the environmental problems. So this is one of the largest platform in India, having more than about 1 lakh members. Right now we have more than 1 lakh members, formal as well as non-formal way. And within that, volunteers, we have interns, we have live members, student members, annual members, we have experts, and so on. And major in last 6 months, we got more than 5 lakh visitors on our website. So people are very much interested to know more about environment, and they are very keen to do something for the environment. So we are taking this opportunity and developing a platform wherein people can come and they can discuss these issues and solve the problems related to environment. So this is the basic idea.
Basic idea. What do you, I mean, you have been in the NCR for quite some time. What do you think you can do to improve the environmental conditions in NCR. I mean, you stay in a very green area called Chhatarpur, which is
Yeah,
full of trees and full of uh, areas like Noida, Noida, but Gurgaon and other areas in Delhi lack this, knowledge of environmental uh, uh, protection. So what lesson and what message can you give to them and the government on how to improve? Also, recently there has been a lot of erosion in Dehradun, in Mussoorie, and other hill stations like Manali and areas where what they call not Kinnaur but this place Kulu, which is even Shimla has seen a lot of landslides which are dangerous, and Jammu and Kashmir. So how do you think we could you know do something to safeguard the hills, safeguard the mountains? Besides being, I mean, they are on the Shivaliks, then they are the Himalayas, and then they are is it something natural in the soil that which leads to such disasters? Perhaps you could throw some light on that, sir.
most of the time the human interventions are responsible. Human being is responsible for all these disasters. And there is one specific goal which is set in the Sustainable Development Goals framework, that is goal number 11, that is sustainable cities. So it becomes our responsibility to make cities more sustainable, more cleaner, more greener, but we are not doing it. And the cities are becoming like a pressure cooker. They are putting lot of stress on the human being because aesthetic beauty we have destroyed. There are no plants, no greenery, no vegetation. All the sides you can see buildings, and these buildings, rather than keeping the environment cool, it release the heat, which again result into result into climatic changes, global warming, and all these issues. So those people who are enjoying the, you can say, uh, who are living in the air conditions, they are enjoying, rich people or elite people, but the sufferers are poor people. And because of the working environmental conditions and all this stress, people are under constant stress. So to get rid of that stress, they are moving out of Delhi. They will go to Shimla. They will go to other places with their vehicles, cars, and all these things. And again, they will go there. There will be a lot of rush. They will pollute these areas, and all the serenity, all the surrounding areas near Delhi, the Uttarakhand, the Himachal Pradesh, you can go to Gurgaon, you can go to Uttar Pradesh, all the NCR area, they have polluted, and now they are planning to pollute outside area.
Mhm.
So there should be some kind of restrictions as far as the movement of the vehicles are concerned, especially cars. When you are moving out of Delhi, you are not supposed to take your car. You can go by train, you can take your flight, or you can have you can have mass transit system. So these systems should be there. And beside this, 33% of the global warming is caused because of the construction activities. Rampant construction is happening in Delhi, and in front of my home there was a lot of space, and the person, now the builder, has took up the area and he start construction activity. A single centimeter area is not left. There should be some space for ventilation, and the area is not left for ventilation. Area is not left for greenery. Area is not left for plantation activity, and that all these problems are resulting into global warming, and it is also resulting into some kind of natural disaster which will be having very severe, very serious impact on the human health, its productivity, economy, as well as social harmony. Because now there is shortage of water, and all when there is shortage of water, when there is air pollution, when there is a lot of stress, all these problems are getting interconnected, and it will sometime result into, we don't know what will happen, what in what will be the repercussions of these kind of problems. So the major thing is we have to try to solve the problems. And there are scientific ways, there are simple mechanisms, there are simple strategies by which we can solve these problems. And community engagement is one of the best tools by which we can do it. Education for environment and education for sustainable development. This is another very important and very powerful tool by which we can aware people, we can aware children, we can aware youth and all members of the society. So both online as well as offline programs are essential. We have to go into community, we have to aware them, we have to do some action programs, for example, plantation activity, for example, composting activity, for example, cleanliness drives. So for that, we need to mobilize people. And once we can mobilize people, then only at mass scale, then only we will be able to solve the problems. Otherwise, it is very difficult to tackle the environmental problems. Technologies will not be helpful in solving the environmental problems, but changing the mindset of people, changing the lifestyle of people, and mobilizing them and advocating them, and we can say doing some action programs that will certainly help in India. And in my opinion, 90% of the people in India are very much aware. They are very much sensitive about environmental issues. What is required is just we need to boost we need to trigger this mentality. We need to give some kind of incentives. We need to engage them, involve them. So once they are engaged, once they are involved, we can get better results. This is my opinion. Everyone in Delhi, 99% people are aware about environmental issues and they wanted to do something, but they are not getting the opportunity. This is the major concern. Suppose I have to do plantation activity, there is no space. If I have to do some environmental activity, there is no scope. So that these are the problems. These are hindering the environmental movement. Otherwise, it is possible not only in Delhi but any other part of India. So someone need to be to someone need as a leader who can motivate people, who can engage people in the overall process. He can guide them, and certainly there will be drastic change once we can do this one.
I
So
have
we
two
need
questions, with very
environmental leaders,
important
lot of
question to ask.
environmental leaders.
One is, you see, greening, green energy. That is, one
Yeah,
is solar energy and one is wind energy. And the third
yeah,
is conventional energy, coal based.
yeah, yeah,
So I believe solar energy has its advantages, but solar energy also has its disadvantages. It's deadly. If you install and commission solar panels in the desert of Rajasthan or elsewhere, the radiation is such that it changes the climate conditions, the natural environment. I do hope you've studied this. Thing. Now I think we have several gigawatt of uh, you know solar energy in Rajasthan on the Barmer Jaisalmer border, and this is going to increase. But at the same time, the natural weather conditions of Jaipur, Udaipur, Barmer, Jaisalmer have changed. There was a time in Jaisalmer when the first rain used to be seen by a 6-year-old boy, because after he was born, after he became 6 years old, he would see the first rain. But now with this solar energy and with this, you know, various heat radiations, increase of heat radiations, well, how do you propose to sort of, control this? The other factor is wind energy. Coming to all of them. Wind energy, which is huge. I mean, the windmills are huge, and they require maintenance. I think one mill is about 3 to 4 crores of rupees, uh, which is which is also playing a definite part, but it is slightly more safer. It's safer than solar energy. The third is the conventional energy, where the lignite coal, the fossil coal, which comes into being, which comes into use with power plants. Of course, the power plants do have their pollution rates, what you call various kind of emissions, carbon monoxide emissions. But the advantage is that the energy supplied is constant. Whereas with the wind energy, it is it is totally dependent on the direction of the wind. With the solar energy, it is dependent on the direction of the sun. Of course, India is a land of sun, plenty of sun. Whatever natural vegetation is, and the animal life in and around the desert of Rajasthan, it has sort of eliminated the snakes, scorpions, everything. How do you propose to sort of bring this to notice of the government? Because the government says green energy, clean energy, and this and that, but it is actually, in fact, destroying. Recently, I tell you of a case in Noida. There are paras. The lift, which is supposed to go down in case of an emergency, went up because of the DC power of the solar panels. It crashed, but it didn't crash down, it crashed up, killing two or three people. So there is no real control over this thing. Would you please enlighten me on this, sir, or enlighten us? Number one, solar energy. Number two, wind energy. And number three, the conventional energy. What do you think is better now, please, sir?
Yeah, obviously, the solar energy as well as wind energy, hydroelectricity, these energy, renewable energy sources are all the time best.
Mm,
But the major question is whose energy resources are these? Who is controlling this and who is getting benefit of this one?
mm,
Because government is giving subsidy to install the power to install the windmills.
mm,
Government is giving subsidy for installing solar power plants, and who is getting this benefits? Who is getting the subsidy? And to whom the energy is being provided?
mm,
And at what cost? So this should become a general phenomena. The government should promote this energy, and it should reach to each and every household of India. Then it will become reality. There are some advantages and disadvantages of renewable energy, but comparison to fossil fuel energy or power plants, they are better. This is much better. Renewable energy sources are much better. I would be very happy if I have some solar power plant on my roof, but I'm unable to purchase because of its cost. So it is very much possible for the government to promote this kind of energy, and it is also possible for the households to purchase it, provided that they have knowledge, provided that they are interested to install it, and provided that the cost is less. But now the problem is that government is spending crores of rupees on these kind of projects, wind projects, on solar power projects, and any other projects which are coming in the category of renewable energy. But where the charge is going? Where the electricity is going? This is the major question. So we need to think about the government has to take a step that every household should be make should be made willing to purchase or install these kind of instruments. And at the local level, there are so many sources. Wind energy is there. Another, you can say at the coastal area, some other sources are there. In Rajasthan, we have solar energy. In North India, we have very good solar energy. So every household should think about small machines like solar cooker, solar
pumps.
photovoltaic, and every household should be doing it. So this will become successful only when at least 50% of the households of India are installing it. Otherwise, and major in case of India, if cost is reduced, even more than 50% people in single year, they will go with the renewable energy sources. But it is
Sir,
not promoted in that way, and only some corporates are getting benefit of this one. This is a major problem.
sir, it used to be solar energy used to be 5 rupees 50 paisa long time ago in 2016. Now it has gone down to 1 rupee 99 paisa, 2 rupees 50 paisa in certain cases because there are losses after subsidy from the government. Similarly, with the wind energy, I think it's about 3 rupees, 3 rupees 50 paisa per unit, while the conventional energy, sir, is used to be 2 rupees 99 to 2 rupees 199 to 2 rupees 99 paisa per unit. Now that has gone up to 3 rupees 50 paisa because or more because the price of coal is has gone up, and most of the coal is imported from Indonesia or from Australia. So naturally, with the import and that the what you call the price does go up. So amongst all these, uh, I've worked in except the wind. I have found that the most and steady is the coal energy, unfortunately, because that at least gives you the supply, whereas the solar is there, but it has to be operated through an inverter. It has to be operated through various machineries. Inverter is very important so that there's no direct current, but at sometimes the inverter fails and there's a direct current, and then things start going awry. They start really going out of control. So, I mean, government has done all its work in supplying energy. Recently, our Pradhan Sevak was campaigning in some place, and he said that you have to invest 75,000 rupees, you'll get free electricity, you'll get, a money back policy, you'll get, you know, your car free, EV charging free, and so many other things. Now, coming to another point, sir. I believe you're from Maharashtra, sir. Hmm?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Maharashtra, I went to Tirola, Chandrapur, and Nagpur. Huh? It's a fairly dry area, sir. Very dry. Then on to the area where you meet Hyderabad to Telangana. I found that everybody is in the mood of or is installing, small panel farms for 5 megawatt, 2 megawatt, 3 megawatt, 5 megawatt. I mean 10 megawatt, and it's like a fashion. I mean, Chandrapur and all these areas, it does have conventional energy also. But at one time, Tirola and all, I think Chindwara also has. Chindwara is on the border of Maharashtra and MP. They also have conventional. But problem is that there's too much of pollution. That is one factor which, having worked there, many times plant had to close down. But again, I feel that despite all this, uh, coal is steady. It supplies the you know supplies the electricity in a steady manner, and it gives that much which is due. Whereas attaching this to the grid, it has its hazards, it has its advantages and disadvantages. I do not know how successful this has been in Maharashtra, but or elsewhere. But I believe it's okay. It's not doing very well, but it's okay. But again, as you said rightly, the corporate is definitely benefiting from this. The common man is not. The common man just sees that there's some kind of development taking place, where actually the corporate and the other areas, the maybe the industry. You can't use can't have it for industry or societies, housing societies also is benefiting from it because they have met their target, they have met with their panels, and they've done. But similarly with the wind energy, I was in a place called Mandvi in Kutch. Hmm? There were about 50 or 60 windmills which had been installed by the Mekong, the government of, not Maharashtra, but by them. And 30 of them were not working because there was no maintenance. So this is a very good form of clean and green energy, wind. It just has to move with the wind. And in Tamil Nadu, the same thing. And I think other areas, other coastal areas, uh, the same kind of energy just persists. But solar, I have my doubts. So, sir, would you please throw light on what you feel is more sustainable for the growth? Besides, then it has to be also in tandem with your environment program, sir. I mean, I'm sorry, it's a little complicated, sir. But
Environment is basically empowerment of the people.
Mhm,
It could be one factor, renewable energy, it could be one factor, but
mhm,
generating jobs, a lot of jobs will be generated, skill development, entrepreneurship, and these kind of things are associated with this renewable energy.
mhm,
So that should be captured properly. Now the problem is that, as I told you, the corporate people have hijacked. They have totally control over these resources, renewable energy. Now, suppose if I ask someone that is it possible to create electricity from solar energy, nobody knows it. These devices are not handy, these devices are not available in the market, and that's why people are not aware. But it is very much possible that we can generate electricity from solar energy. So once people will come to know, once there are very simple technologies, once there are very, you can say, cost effective technologies will come in market, there is very huge market of this kind of technology. For power, you can, for every minute we need electricity for charging mobile, for fan, for air conditioner, and all these things. And certainly, once people will come to know the benefit, advantages of this renewable energy, they will be on the great advantages side. So on one side, we need to generate awareness, and on another side, we need to develop capacity build both hello, hello.
uh-huh.
Am I audible, sir?
Can you hear? I can hear you. Again, the power problem came. I'm so sorry about that. We can't control anything. Yes, sir.
It got disconnected, I guess. Sir, you are not audible. You are not audible. You are not audible.
Now am I audible, sir?
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
can
yeah,
you?
you are audible. Yeah,
Yes, please, sir, continue.
yeah, yeah. So, thank you.
I'm so sorry about the inconvenience.
No, no problem, no problem. It happens. It happens. So, uh, this is a long process, and
Yes.
inculcating education, environment education, education for sustainable development
Uh-huh.
i- in classroom, out of classroom, and skill development, capacity building programs,
Mhm.
community engagement,
Mhm.
advocacy, mobilization. All these will help us to solve the problems, environmental problems. You can take any sector. It could be renewable energy, it could be environmental pollution. You see the case of Yamuna River in
Yes,
Delhi.
sir.
Nobody is saying it river. It's
Mhm.
a nala.
Yes, sir.
It's a nala.
Yes,
All the
yes.
dirt, all the garbage, all the dirt, all the dirty water of Delhi is poured into the river.
Uh-huh.
And how come we can say we are developing? We are
Mhm.
not developing on the on this side of environment. We are
Mhm.
not progressing at all. We are moving backward.
Mhm. Yes, sir. Yes. Now I've come on to the video. I've come on to the laptop, sir.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Can you see me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, now I've come onto the laptop. I'll just it's better. Laptop is better. Suddenly it goes off. So now can one second, I think I'll have to take it off. So the other thing is that you're right, absolutely right. But there is a thing known as CGN, which is being processed to green energy plants waste, green energy waste.
Sir, pardon, sir.
There is there is energy which is being processed to green energy. Can you hear me now?
Will you please repeat, sir, what you said?
There is an energy being produced through to green plants. You know, plants which are cut from uh, from the fields and then they are reprocessed into you know into a waste and then it's there to produce energy.
This is
CGN
called
or
as
CGN.
biomass. This is called as biomass energy.
Yes,
And one more
biomass.
new version has been arrived, and that
Yes,
is
sir.
called as biogas energy. Now, what
Yes,
they are
sir.
doing, institute called as Institute of Industrial Development, which is located in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
They are teaching how to convert the food waste, how to convert the biomass waste into gas, not
Uh-huh. Yes,
energy, gas.
yes.
So that gas can be used in the vehicles. That gas can be used as a cooking fuel, and so on. So this problem, the problem of food waste, problem of garbage, problem of you can say
Mhm.
horticulture waste as well as agricultural residue. All these problems could be solved if we can. But the problem is that we are not focusing on these kind of technologies. We are very simple and very effective technologies and we are generating huge amount of garbage every day. And out of that, in case of India, in case of Delhi, it will say at least 30% is
Yes,
totally biodegradable, waste.
yes,
And
yes.
there are so many hotels, so many food waste are there. So these waste can be easily collected and it could be easily converted into gas.
Mhm.
And in that process, we are saving the gas to release into environment. That is methane gas, which is very dangerous, very potent gas. And secondly, we are also minimizing our dependence on the fossil fuel energy because LPG we require for cooking fuel. So food waste then this gobar, you can say, cow dung, all these resources can be used and can be converted to biogas.
Okay.
Biogas.
Yes,
This
biogas.
is
Now,
yeah,
this is the
biogas.
end thing. I believe there's a lot of foreign investment coming into this also.
Yeah.
Mm. And
No, what I mean to say, कि foreign investment is coming. There are corporates who are no, but every Indian citizen of India should know about these technologies. These are very good technologies, and they should know the mechanism of how they are. For example, if we are taking one single drum and putting some gobar and food waste, within 7 days it will start releasing methane gas, and that methane gas can be used to cook the food. So the technologies are there, and it should become part of every household. That is my intention. Very simple, very powerful technologies are there, and once we can develop this, we can give attention to these technologies. We will reduce lot of burden on the environment. We can release into environment, and we can reduce our dependence on the fossil fuels.
sir, do you think this could be done through the MSME rather than through the big corporate? Because the big corporates only
Yeah,
see
MSME,
profit. The MSME sees
yeah,
the end of work. I mean, they do the work, whereas the corporate takes the
yeah,
profit and takes the name, the brand. It's like
yeah,
Mr. Dr. Sanjay Marale doing all the thing, but then so and so, Exxon or Chevron taking the name, and that's where Sanjay
yeah,
Marale goes into the background. Hmm? So, if this could be
yeah,
done
yeah.
at the a level where there is recognition, definite recognition, and I feel that it would be uh, of great importance to the farmer and to the local people because these plants
Yeah,
have to be.
credit, the credit has to go to the people.
Mm,
Once people will do it more, no one can stop it.
mm,
So we need to develop some skills into them. We need to aware them that this is the technology and you can do it. Once they will start doing it more, even government is not required in that place. Only government is required at initial stage,
yes,
and to some extent financing and all these things. Otherwise, they can do it on their own.
but I believe
So in
now
the,
a lot of private funding is coming in from overseas for this.
yeah,
They are asking for how much loan you want and how much area do you have. We will refund it. So we will fund the project. I really fail to understand, but there is. I feel that this is a sound movement in for India because India is rich in green waste and green compost energy, everything. So I really feel it's sound proposal as they don't have this in their areas, uh, probably because of climatic conditions, etc. That's so many things. So I think we could we could do something. This is the safest sound. Of course, this cannot do without uh, fossil fuel initially, but later on, when the energy is developed, then it becomes self-sustainable. You can use that energy for things. Provided you have a good rapport with the farmers who keep supplying the green waste or the biomass waste that you said to you, so that it keeps rolling throughout the year. Absolutely important, sir. So, I mean, this is one method besides the three other methods I mentioned. Solar,
yeah,
solar.
true.
Anyhow, what would you propose to do? This compost biomass energy, or would you prefer solar or wind, or leave it to the conventional energy?
Whatever is available in the local area, that energy should be tapped.
Mhm,
It could be geothermal energy some places, it could be in coastal areas, it is wave energy. In North India, as I told, solar energy. In some areas, it is wind energy, also coastal
mhm.
areas and other places. So, whatever energy is there, it should be tapped, but it should not be tapped by corporate, it should be tapped by local people. They should know how to tap it. Once they will come to know, then certainly measure that the problems will be solved.
So, sir, that message has to be taken across by you and your organization. So, unless that message is sent to people in a proper manner, with or without government help, because government can't be involved in all matters, uh, it will have its effect. But we are still so dependent on government कि गवर्नमेंट करेगा तो हम करेंगे गवर्नमेंट नहीं
Yeah, yeah.
करेगा तो हम कैसे करेंगे तो दिस आई थिंक हैज टू बी द
Why do you say? Because government has a power, government has a very wide reach. They can do anything. In a single night, a magic can happen in India. For example, in my case, where I'm living in Gadaipur, there was no gas pipeline. But election was planned, and last week we got the results. Sorry, yesterday, 2 days that we got the results. And last month, all of a sudden, the person came to me, came to my house, and they said, we are planning to give the pipeline, gas pipeline to your village. I was shocked. Yeah, I thought it's very good. So immediately in one day they make a survey of entire village, and next day they started laying the pipelines. And within 1 week's time, I got the pipeline connection in my home without a single penny. Without a single penny.
so
So
that's related to
this is the magic of
politics.
the election. This is the magic of the election, you see.
Marriage. I had the same experience in Gujarat. I was staying in Kutch, and for many years I was experiencing the use of seawater. While I had to bathe with one bottle of mineral water every day, costing 25, 30 rupees. But then after the elections came, well, sort of declared positive in some party's favor, the next day the line came and I was getting water from the Narmada.
Yeah.
So
It,
these are
it,
glitches. But everything cannot be done by the government, as I said. Then maybe the
yeah,
local politician, the local leader, he has to be made to understand the benefits of this uh, program. But also,
yeah,
it all depends upon his literacy and his interest and his commercial interest. That's the main thing. That कि
yeah,
हमारा फायदा क्या होगा and का पार्टी का फायदा क्या होगा. So anyhow, this is what happens, sir. And I just wanted to
uh,
share something with you. You know,
yeah.
there's some video I saw on YouTube. This man goes to a shop and he says, I want to buy an AC. उसने कहा कैसा एसी हाउ मच डज कॉस्ट ही सेज 50,000 से 95,000 95,000 तो 95,000 तो हाँ 95,000 कैसे ये एसी खराब हो सकता है कहता सब चीज की जिंदगी होती है खराब तो होगा क्यों नहीं खराब होगा तो अगर जैसे आप यूज करेंगे वैसे ही आपका होगा कहते कि नहीं कुछ ऐसी चीज दिखाओ जो खराब नहीं होगा 100%. So the man, he goes, he bends down under his desk and he takes out a plant, neem tree. And he said, ये चीज है जो सदाबहार है ये कभी
Ah,
खराब नहीं होगी. I think you might have seen this, sir.
yeah, true.
Uh, है ना?
Right. Yeah,
So this is something which you have to, sir, talk to the people about. Such awareness. It's a very beautiful ad which I appreciated, and it struck my mind that we have to
yeah,
something this way.
yeah. Right now, top priority of India is to stop people purchasing cars.
Uh,
The number of cars, no, these are devastating. They have very huge impact on environment. And wherever you go, there will be all time there will be traffic jam, rush, congestion, and that results into air pollution.
mm,
So either you stop the use of car, or you can just come up with some alternative technology with
mm,
smaller size vehicles,
mm,
or the vehicles could be vertical in size
mm,
rather than horizontal. One car is taking lot of space on a road.
mm,
You see, when bigger car is moving, all the traffic is getting stuck up. When the bus is moving on the road, all the traffic is getting stuck up.
mm,
So in we need to replace these kind of vehicles. It should be smaller in size, or and most of the time 90% cases only one person is sitting in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Only one person. Rest four, five seats are vacant. No, no one is there. But still you are going in the car. Why is it so? So in that case, even if you are fond of car, the car should be designed in such a way that it is accommodating only one person. And if there is a requirement of four people or five people, the car could be expanded. And it's like a holding car, you can say. This one concept is there. I like it. Very, very good. Holding
Have you
car.
seen it? Have you seen it being done somewhere in China or in Europe? The folding car.
Yeah, some places they are doing it.
You've done it.
Yeah, some places they are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And another concept is vertical cars.
Mm-hmm.
Vertical car. Car will be of the same vacancy. You can say same seat, four seat, five seat, whatever you want, but it will be vertical. So, like it will be size of the scooty, the car
Okay.
size of scooty size, but it is vertical. So likewise, this is my idea. So it
That's
will
that's
work.
an
Designs like this will come. No, certainly it will help solve the problems.
that's an excellent idea. But in 45 degrees, 49 degrees, in places like Chandrapur and Telangana and Delhi, 47, 52, where the temperature, vertical cars without AC may not be the answer because here, as you see, the moment you sit in Uber, AC on karo, pura karo na, and that chap is on CNG. We do not know how much CNG he's got.
Yeah, yeah. AC. That is what I'm saying. All the facilities the person will get, but the design of the car should be changed.
Mhm.
Rather than horizontal or rather than bigger size cars, it should be smaller size. It should be one seater. It should be two seater, or you can say vertical cars having all the facilities. You will get AC. You will get all the facilities, music and all these things. But design need to be changed. Design need to be changed, and the cost will remain more or less same. But this need to be done. Otherwise, it will be quite difficult. In Delhi, the all the people of India, the amount of fossil fuels which are being used and the pollution which is released comparison to all people in India,
Ali
Delhi.
bhai, Ali bhai, sorry to interject. We
Yes.
have run out of time.
Okay, okay. I'll just wind it up with Dr. Marale. I think we run out of time, but thank you so much for
Yeah,
your contribution. And I would definitely like to continue this discussion at another time and place so that we can
yeah,
we can take this into PhD also, PhD Chamber of Commerce, and tell them
sure, sure.
what
Yeah,
what
yeah,
is what and what is not. Huh? So
yeah,
thank you so much, and maybe meet again more often.
yeah.
And
Okay,
have
thank you.
have a good day. And my regards to everybody. Thank you. Huh? Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.